G'day guys, David here from the Xylem Zone. I'm going to talk to you today about what I believe is the number one principle that will help you get your own home faster and or help you to continue in the future with your investment. And if you understand it, it will save you years and allow you to really create the life you want. If you don't understand it, you could be that person that's just sitting there paying a mortgage off for 25 to 30 years, doing a renovation along the way, and then ending up with a bigger mortgage and you're still working at 70 to pay off a mortgage. So it's a really important principle. By the end of it, you're going to know how to maximize your situation to pay off your home faster and also how to leverage your position in the future and actually create cash flow off your own assets as well. So let's start from the beginning. I'm going to start from an example of someone having $100,000. And that could be in cash or it could be in equity, and you can use these principles to calculate it at different amounts as well. It's just about to get the principle across and the formula so you understand it. And the numbers are easy at 100,000. So the principle is here, if someone has $100,000 of equity and they want to go out and buy a property, then they go to the banks and they have the option to get different loans. Now if you go check out some of the videos, I've already done one on LVR, and in this case here we've got three different LVRs. One is an 80% loan, where you have to stick in 20% deposit, one is a 90% loan, and one is a 95% loan. So to work out our buying power, the simple formula is, it's our available equity, AE, in this case we're saying 100K, divided by our deposit. Now, if we're getting a loan at 80%, in this case here, our deposit is 20%. A lot of people want to do 20% because they don't want to pay LMI. Check out my other video for that one. But LMI is 20%, plus you've got to factor in costs, about 5% for stamp duty, bank fees, legal fees. So your total percentage on cost, your total percentage of deposit and costs is 25%. So what do? The formula is $100,000 divided by 25%. That's what you put into your calculator. You put that in, you're going to find that is 400,000. So what that's saying, and it kind of works in reverse, if you went out driving and looking for a house, you go, that's a house, it's 500,000, how much money do I need? You talk to the broker and he'd say, well, based on your LVR, based on this is how much you need. What we're doing is working out the deposit and costs we need before we even go shopping. A bit smarter, saves a bit of time. But we've been able to we put the 20% in, and that means we now have enough deposit and cost to get a property to the value of 400. But that's fine if you only want to buy a property for 400, but could we have maximized it more? Now, what's the reason most people don't go above 80%? They don't want to pay LMI. Again, check out my other videos to understand LMI and why potentially you can use LMI in a positive way to help you go forward faster. So let's look at another example. If we're going to do the 90% example, we're going to do, we'll do it on a different pen. 90%, we're going to do the same formula. 100,000 is our equity, but now we're going to go 90%, so that's a 10% deposit plus 5% costs, which is 15%. So we're going to divide 100,000 by 15%. And what's that figure? That is 666. Now we'll go one step further and we'll go look at a 95% loan. We need a 5% deposit and 5% costs, which is 10%. So again, our formula, 100,000 divided by 10%, that's $1 million. That means our equity is enough to secure a 90% property to the value of 666. Remember, I'm not talking about income at this stage, it's purely your cash. And if you had a 95% loan, which sometimes you can get if you're a first homeowner, or if you've got depending on the different marketplaces, you can secure $1 million worth of property just because you learn how to leverage and you use a different LVR. Now, tell me this: if you have one property and it's only worth 400,000, well, let's say we'll look at all the properties and let's say they went up by 10%. Now, whether you got a discount for 5%, whether you added value, whether you did a renovation, doesn't matter what the strategy is. I'm just using a simple example. But if this one here, 400,000 went up by 10%, you made 40 grand. You know, that's okay. You're probably not planning to sell your house, but you got a little bit of equity. But if you would have had these assets here, you probably might have had your home and an investment property as well. You've made 66,000, and you've now got an asset that is giving you tax deductions as well. If you got this level here at 95, how many properties could you buy with $1 million? Well, 2.5 to 3, depending on where you buy. That might be your home, or you might have chosen to rent and buy 3 investment properties, and now you pay no tax legally, and later on you sell some of your investments to buy your house and not pay any cash. Whole lot of strategies there that could be used, or you can funnel all the income against your home if you've already got one and pay your home off faster. But that's not what today's video is about. But buying power is the number one principle to help you maximize the situation so your money goes further. And just think about it. If you only had $30,000 and you had a 95% loan, that's a property worth $300,000. If you had a government grant, they put in 15, you could get into your house maybe in 3 to 6 months, or maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But if you don't understand this and you're sitting back and trying to do the old 80% loan, 20% deposit, you're on the never, never plan, and you're probably never going to create any wealth, and you're just going to be stuck in your job. I'm not saying there's issues with your job, but if you're stuck in a job that you don't love and all your money is going out the door and you want some other options, then you may want to consider looking at your strategies and options you've got. Anyway, this is more getting into strategy. I'm a strategic coach, and the rallies we sit down and train people and educate people to help them get a better skill set so they can go out there and with a lot of awareness, have a clear plan and start creating the life they want. That's it, guys. Hope that's been useful. David from the Xylem Zone signing off. Bye for now.